Kia ora folk, it's Bridgitt here with the Naturopathy with Radio Kidnappers, and thanks for taking the time to listen in. I've had some really good feedback from you folk and I appreciate you, so thanks for that. So today I'm chatting about professionalism, integrity, and I'm going to be telling you my story. So it's time to tell you my story and how I got here to where I am today. Recently, I have engaged with a group of clients who have chosen to call into question my professionalism and my integrity as a holistic naturopath, medical herbalist, in my natural health clinic I hold in Napier. This makes me feel sad and hurt that I allowed this, and I feel like my good nature has been taken for granted. So I just wanted to tell you my story and tell you why it's so important to me about professionalism and integrity. So grab a cuppa, folks, put your feet up, and if you want to have a wee listen, carry on. If you don't, that's okay as well. But I just want to let you know my story. Okay, so between the ages of 17 and 34, I was living a completely different life and lifestyle. I was not natural, I was nowhere near natural health. I worked hard and I played harder. I was a party girl. My motto used to be, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. I had no respect for anybody or myself, and I left the country of New Zealand for London aged 23. Hopped on a plane by myself and said, see you later, I'm going, I'm off, I don't care about you. So I left New Zealand with a trail of debt behind me, and my gorgeous, wonderful mum paid that off. So all done with unconditional love, and so I will forever be grateful to my mum for that. So thanks, Mum. I trusted nobody, and nobody trusted me. I came back to New Zealand in 1996 and I felt lost. And I tried to continue the life that I had lived before. And it wasn't very successful. It wasn't really working for me. And then 1998, I don't know how it came about, but I stumbled across this amazing lady I met. Her name was Gail Bloor. Oh, but hang on, she's just been married recently, so her name is Gail Adams. So Gail was starting to gather all these people together to teach a group of like-minded folk to enable their further learning of spiritual growth and psychic talents. And so I joined Gail's group. Boy, did I challenge Gail. Sorry, Gail. I love you, really. So I'm very blessed to still have Gail in my life as a mentor and a life coach, and her guidance is very grateful. In 1998 as well, I started my journey dipping into natural health. I went to the Lotus Holistic Centre when it was running in Hastings here at the corner of St Albans Street and Pakowhai Roads there by the lights. And I did my training in massage, therapeutic massage. So at the end of that I came out with a diploma in therapeutic massage. So that started my journey a little bit. In 2001 I became pregnant, and I thought I couldn't get pregnant in all my years of playing hard and working harder. And so I promised my son, I made a promise to my son that if he stayed for full term inside of me, that I would change my entire life for him. My son did as he was told. For once, he did as he was told, and he is now 19 years old of age. Oh, actually, tomorrow is his birthday. So happy birthday, Leonardo, and I'm very proud of you. I chose to leave my son's father in 2003 for health and well-being of both myself and my son. And that started my journey as a single parent, right up to when my boy decided to leave home at age 17. In 2003, I was diagnosed with endometriosis. Now, this is my story about endometriosis is on my webpage as well, so you can have a little read about that. So it's a female hormonal imbalance in the reproductive system. My health journey truly began here. I went to the doctor, they prescribed me medication, it wore off, then they gave me some more, and that wore off, and it wasn't really working for me. And nor was the doctor health model. It wasn't really fitting in with me. And then as the universe conspired, I bumped into this incredible Chinese herbalist man at Whakatū named Chi. And he actually is still living in Whakatū and still has his house clinic there. So Chi scared the bejesus out of me, and he said, if you actually continue down that line taking that medication, well, this and this could happen. And I went, oh my God, what's going to happen? So then I was introduced to Chinese herbal medicine, and Chi made me herbal remedies to try and balance my symptoms of endometriosis. It worked for a little while. But of course now I know there's more elements to balance in any health situation. I also saw another naturopath in Napier, and she was lovely. She was really gentle and lovely, and she prescribed me Western herbal remedies, nutritional choices and lifestyle choices. I thought, well, this might have something to it, this naturopathy business. So during all this time, I was experiencing really extreme, intense stress as I faced numerous family court appointments in front of the judge, child psychologists, lawyers, child lawyers, lawyers who didn't believe me until I was blessed to find the lawyer who believed me and championed my cause, so to speak. So there was a lot of stress involved in all of this. As a single parent, I felt really grateful to be supported by WINS, and I was on a benefit. I was on a benefit for 10 years. In all of those 10 years, bar a couple, I was training. So I was really grateful for that support. It was tough. It was really tough. At times, I went without food so that my boy could eat. And it wasn't because I was spending my money on anything in particular. I tightly budgeted my benefit so all the bills were paid. And that's how it rolled. I gave up cigarette smoking. I was a heavy marijuana user, and I gave up marijuana. So I have been clean off marijuana since 2005. I was also blessed to have the emotional and financial support of my mum and my sister, who frequently delivered first aid food boxes to me and my son, and we were very grateful for those as well. It was tough, but we got through. And so during all of this, I was doing my training because I wanted to change my story. I wanted to offer myself and my son a different way of life. So in 2005, my son was 4 years old. I was still a single parent, and I chose to take up the training of becoming a naturopath and medical herbalist. And this was at the Lotus Holistic Centre in Hastings. So I'll be forever eternally grateful to Glenda Palmer, who created the Lotus Holistic Centre. Otherwise, I would have had to go to maybe New Plymouth and do some training online, And that would have been so hard having a little toddler at that stage in my life. I just wanted to make witchy-poo remedies and ointments and things like that. Little did I know the incredible, intense, in-depth clinical training and professional training that I had to endure over the next 5 years. That just blew me out of the water. But hey, I thought I'd do it. I wanted to change my story. After 1 year full-time training, and still experiencing extreme family court, stress, lawyers, everything like that, I chose to spread my training out. We were very lucky. Spread my training out to be part-time. And in 2010, I achieved my diploma of naturopathy and herbal medicine. I was very proud of myself. So despite all the stress, all the challenges, there you go. I had begun to change my story. In 2006, during my second year of naturopathy training, I was convinced to do reflexology training, and I thought, what the heck is that? I've never heard of that before. But there you go, I did that as an additional natural health tool to my kit. Again, I was still a single parent, I was still involved in family court, and my son had turned 5 and was just beginning to experience bullying, his journey of bullying at school. So there was a lot of stress going on there, hence my grey hair today, much greyer than my siblings. Don't laugh, Ken. In 2006, I achieved a certificate in reflexology. So I finished my training and went on to do further training in 2012 to achieve my diploma in reflexology. And I am proudly registered with Reflexology New Zealand. So that's important to me, to be registered with the therapy associations. It distinguishes me. It creates a professionalism and an integrity which is important to me. In 2011, after all those years of training, and I went back to WINS, they classed me as overqualified, and they couldn't find me a job that suited all these qualifications I had. They were going to make me work in the orchard, or they were going to make me work at McDonald's. And I thought, I've done all this hard work to change my story. I'm going to start my own business. And so that's what I did. I created Maintaining Your Health, Whakatika Oranga, in 2011. And so my story continued about how to learn to become a business owner, a businesswoman. That was a real challenge. In 2010, I did further training. All this training, you're thinking, gosh, how did this woman do it? I tell you, I don't really know how I did it either, but I did it. So in 2010, I did further training for 2 years, where I then achieved my Bachelor of Natural Medicine in 2012. And that was a big achievement for me to get a degree. So I've come from a single parent, I've come from all that stressful background, and there I was achieving a Bachelor of Natural Medicine. Wow, I was in heaven. So to me it's important to be registered professionally with these therapy bodies that I belong to, and it distinguishes myself from somebody who just maybe does a weekend course or does a webinar online and sets up shop. I like it so it distinguishes me, so you know that I know what I'm talking about and I'm not just a fly-by in the night. I am a registered naturopath and medical herbalist with the Naturopaths and Medical Herbalists Association of New Zealand. Whew, that's a mouthful, isn't it? But you know, it used to be shorter than that, but it's been changed around a bit since then. In order to be a member of this association, I have to prove to them every single year that I've done training to keep my skills up there. It's quite hard to achieve these training. You think, oh, it's only a few points, 30 points, whatever, but 30 points is really hard to achieve. I also have to provide current first aid training. And then, of course, pay their membership fee. I also have in my clinic professional indemnity and public liability insurance. So this covers me in cases of where people might want to take me to court to question my professionalism and my integrity, or if you fall off my reflexology chair and you get injured quite seriously, I'm covered. Let's hope you don't fall off my reflexology chair. It's not a laughing matter, honestly. Now that's how serious I am about being professional with high integrity in my natural health clinic. Since 2003, I have been on my journey continuously working on myself. I can now say to you, with hand on my heart, here's my heart, that I am as honest as the day comes in all areas of my life. You can trust me. When I give you my word, I do not give it lightly. I give you my word with the highest of my integrity and intent. What does this mean? In my natural health clinic, it means that I will do whatever it takes to holistically provide you with all the tools I have to help you achieve your goals of health and well-being. I do this with the purest intention of love, light and healing from the Creator, or the higher source, or whoever you wish to call it. When a client visits my clinic and signs the client registration form, you are giving your consent for the treatment to take place. Please know this. Please know that you are engaging with a holistic naturopath and medical herbalist. What does holistic mean? I've said it many times, but really, what does it mean? In my clinic, holistic means I do not solely focus on your physical well-being. I'm not like a doctor. Well, I'm a natural health doctor with a degree. Holistic health means that I try and balance. I see that connection between the emotional and mental, the physical, and yes, there is another layer. It's your passion for life. It's your spiritual connection. It's the reason why you get up in the morning and you go about your business. When I see a true connection, a true balance with all of those levels, it's called holistic health in my clinic. I go the extra mile for my clients. I might deliver you a herbal remedy if you're stuck in bed and you can't get out. I've been known to do that just recently. I've been over to Hastings delivering remedies. I've delivered to Taradale. My clients, I really value you, and if you need a remedy, if I can deliver it or courier it to you, that's what I'll do. I freely give my extra time up in consultation without charging you if we go over the time. Sometimes my clients need a bit more time. I can't say, stop, your time's up, get out of clinic. Sorry folks, I just don't roll like that. If I feel you need more, we'll have more, and the universe will create that space for us so nobody else is quickly booked behind you. That's how it rolls in my clinic. I frequently give out free samples of herbal teas, herbs from my gardens, products, free samples, and I will contact you to see how you're getting on. more than what you probably get from the medical system. I go the extra mile for you. However, if I find that your interest in my well-being plans is waning a bit and you're cancelling appointments at the last minute and you're not really doing your homework, and I think, I say to myself, well, they're not really clearly ready for natural holistic health, and I leave you be. I leave it up to you. I stop chasing you. And that's okay as well, because timing is everything. So folk, if you've tried all the different avenues to balance your health and well-being and it's not quite cutting the mustard, I'm available to you as a holistic naturopath and medical herbalist. I will not sit there and dish out supplements in a white coat to you. I expect you to do your part of the bargain. I expect you to meet me halfway and to do what you can of the agreed well-being plan. I cannot do it for you, only you can. So folks, that's my story. That's why I highly regard professionalism and integrity in my clinic, and that's how I conduct myself in business as well as in my private life. So if you think that I might cut the mustard with you and you might like a bit of a naturopath appointment, you can contact me on 027 284 3781. You can check me out on my webpage. You can have a look at Radio Kidnappers. I've got a bit of a page on there as well. I'm also on Facebook. So thanks for taking the time to listen in today, to hear my story. Keep safe, go well. Thanks, folks.